Why sometimes men cheat? Finally, we come to know the answer. The topic of infidelity and marital relationships, including the context of polygamy, is complex and touches on various cultural, religious, and personal factors. Through different findings, mostly men cheat after marriage, or even if he has girlfriend. On the other hand, Muslim men not allowed to ever cheat, but they are allowed to marry up to 4 wives. In Islam, the guidance provided in the Holy Quran and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, aim to establish social harmony, justice and respect within family life. Islamic teachings on marriage emphasize respect, loyalty and mutual rights and responsibilities between spouses. Infidelity is considered a grave sin, and the Quran and Hadith, sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, offer extensive guidance on protecting marriages and maintaining moral integrity. Polygamy in Islam, which is allowed under specific conditions, is also regulated with strict guidelines to ensure justice and fairness among wives. The discussion of why individuals may engage in infidelity, including from an Islamic perspective, can also involve exploring the importance of self-restraint, the consequences of succumbing to temptation, and the societal and personal ramifications of such actions. The emphasis is often on prevention through the cultivation of faith, the strengthening of personal ethics, and adherence to the guidance provided by Islamic teachings to avoid the pitfalls of temptation and sin. Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3 of the Quran, addresses a range of topics including faith, family, and societal relations. While this surah, like much of the Quran, emphasizes the importance of righteousness, commitment, and the avoidance of sin, the specific reasons behind infidelity are not directly attributed to a single verse or chapter, but can be understood within the broader ethical and moral teachings of Islam. Verse 14 of Surah Al-Imran highlights the allure of worldly desires, stating that the love of desires, including women, sons, hoarded treasures of gold and silver, branded horses, cattle, and well-tilled land, is made to seem fair to men. This verse is often interpreted as a reminder of the transient nature of worldly pleasures and the importance of focusing on spiritual and eternal realities. It serves as a caution against allowing desires to lead one away from the path of righteousness and duty, including the responsibilities one has towards their spouse and family. To further explore the topic of fidelity and the reasons behind infidelity from an Islamic perspective, it's important to consider the comprehensive teachings of Islam that encompass faith, ethics, and the legal aspects of marriage and family life. Islam provides a holistic approach to leading a balanced life, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a strong moral compass, which includes being faithful and just in one's relationships. Islamic teachings encourage the faithful to resist the temptations of worldly desires that may lead one astray from their duties and obligations, as mentioned in Surah Al-Imran. The principles of trust, honesty, and respect within the marital relationship are highly stressed, and any deviation from these principles, including infidelity, is considered a serious transgression against the laws of God and the sanctity of the marital bond. In cases where marital disputes arise, Islam offers a structured approach to conflict resolution, encouraging dialogue, mediation, and reconciliation efforts. The allowance of polygamy in Islam, subject to stringent conditions, is also part of the broader discourse on marital relations, designed to address specific social and humanitarian concerns within a regulated and ethical framework. For individuals seeking to understand the intricacies of these teachings and their application in contemporary contexts, engaging with Islamic scholars, attending educational programs, and participating in community discussions can provide valuable insights. Additionally, numerous online platforms and scholarly works offer in-depth analysis and interpretation of Quranic verses and hadith related to marriage, family life, and personal conduct. Surah Al-Imran does not directly address the issue of why men cheat, but it provides general guidance on the importance of righteousness, the dangers of straying from the path of Allah, and the significance of maintaining social and familial responsibilities. In Islam, marriage is considered a sacred covenant, and fidelity is a crucial component of this relationship. The allowance for a man to marry up to 4 wives comes with strict conditions, primarily aimed at ensuring justice and fairness among wives. Quran, Surah An-Nisa 4:3. The concept of polygamy in Islam is often misunderstood. It was permitted historically in contexts where there were social or humanitarian needs, such as caring for widows and orphans. It is not a blanket permission for men to seek multiple relationships outside of these conditions. Infidelity, defined as deceitful relationships outside of marriage, is clearly prohibited in Islam. The teachings of Islam emphasize the importance of mutual respect, love, and understanding between spouses. The rights and welfare of women and children are of paramount importance in a marital relationship. Islam advocates for the protection of these rights and encourages a harmonious family life. Hey, your subscription means the world to us. Surah Al-Imran, verse 14, highlights the allure of worldly desires, stating how certain things like the affection for women, children, the accumulation of gold and silver, fine horses, livestock, and fertile land are made appealing to men. This verse is a reflection on the nature of human desires and the temptation they pose, which can lead individuals away from spiritual and moral obligations. The verse begins by addressing the intrinsic appeal of these desires, suggesting that the love for such worldly things is ingrained in human nature. The mention of women and children first indicates the strong emotional and biological ties humans have with their families and offspring, which can sometimes become a source of pride or competition. The accumulation of wealth, represented by gold and silver, and the ownership of fine horses, livestock, and fertile land, symbolizes status, power, and the means to sustain one's family and social standing. However, the verse also serves as a reminder of the transient nature of worldly pleasures, contrasting them with the eternal rewards that await those who live a life of piety and righteousness. It underscores the importance of not letting these desires control or divert one from the path of righteousness and duty towards Allah. The verse concludes by emphasizing that while these are the pleasures of the current life, Allah offers a much greater reward in the hereafter for those who exercise restraint and prioritize their spiritual obligations over worldly temptations. This teaching encourages believers to maintain a balance between enjoying the lawful pleasures of this world and not losing sight of the ultimate goal, which is to seek Allah's pleasure and the eternal bliss of the hereafter. It calls for a life led in moderation, where worldly desires are not allowed to overshadow one's faith and moral responsibilities. Surah Al-Imran, verse 14, encapsulates a profound Islamic teaching on the nature of human desires and the transient pleasures of the worldly life. It elucidates how certain things like love for women, children, wealth, fine horses, livestock, and fertile lands are inherently appealing to men, serving as a test of faith and character. The verse serves as a reminder that these worldly pleasures, while permissible and enjoyable, are temporary and should not distract believers from their ultimate purpose and obligations towards Allah. The verse encourages a balanced approach to life, where one can appreciate and enjoy the lawful bounties of this world without becoming excessively attached or allowing them to lead one astray from spiritual and moral commitments. It contrasts the fleeting nature of worldly pleasures with the eternal and incomparable rewards that await the righteous in the hereafter, thus guiding believers to prioritize their spiritual well-being and the pursuit of Allah's pleasure over temporary gains. In conclusion, Surah Al-Imran, verse 14, offers profound insights into the Islamic worldview, emphasizing the importance of moderation, the cultivation of taqwa, piety, and the pursuit of a life that balances worldly enjoyment with spiritual fulfillment. It serves as a reminder to believers to remain steadfast in their faith, to appreciate the blessings of this life without becoming ensnared by them, and to always keep in sight the ultimate goal of achieving success in the hereafter. This teaching encourages individuals to lead lives that are not only fulfilling and content in this world, but also oriented towards the greater everlasting bliss promised by Allah to those who lead righteous lives. For further reflection on this topic, you may explore the tafsir, exegesis of this verse from various scholars, which can provide deeper insights into its meanings and implications for a Muslim's life. If you found this content intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the fascinating intersections of health and wellness.